Dost thou love life? Then do not squander time, for that's the stuff life is made of. That's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. Yes, we know our lives would be better if we never squandered time and we just always utilized our time wisely. So why do we squander time? Of course, some do more than others. And hey, I haven't been the best in just always utilizing my time wisely. I know when I don't, it's often because in the moment, I'm more interested in some instant gratification, where I gain some pleasure in squandering my time through lame activities, the TV, social media, and also to avoid some pain that comes from utilizing my time wisely. It's good for me to get myself present to the words from one of my role models, Tony Robbins. He quotes, "Anything you want that's valuable requires you to break through short-term pain in order to gain long-term pleasure," unquote. Of course, it's great to be reminded of just how valuable time really is, and also it's easy to understand that, yeah, of course, time is valuable. What about understanding the value of 5 minutes? How will you spend the next 5 minutes? The next 5 minutes is freely given to you to spend on whatever you would like. Maybe you'll be spending the next 5 minutes getting present to the value of 5 minutes. Maybe not. But in 5 minutes from now, it's gone and you can't get it back. What you'll get is the next 5 minutes and then the next 5 after that. And 5 minutes from now, you'll be 5 minutes older and 5 minutes closer to your deathbed. Well, now that a minute has gone by of me chatting about 5 minutes, wouldn't you agree that what you do in the next 5 minutes will roll over into the 5 minutes after that? And that really could just determine what you'll do in the next hour. So then the hour could determine what your day will be like. The day can determine the rest of your week to the month to the year. You get where I'm going with this. So really, what is done in 5 minutes could be life-changing. Think about that one split-second decision that changed your life in some way. We all have them. In a split second, you decided to turn left instead of right, and you met the love of your life. Whatever it might be. Me deciding in a split second to take my first meth hit changed my life. We know stories where a split second decision ended a life. So yes, what we do in 5 minutes really can have an impact. So let's wake up to this. To value 5 minutes. To take 5 minutes and spend it wisely. Here's a thought. Spend 5 minutes putting on paper on whatever short-term pain you need to break through, and what's the long-term pleasure if you do. Then take another 5 minutes to put on paper on whatever short-term pleasure you need to give up, and what's the long-term pain if you don't. By the way, I've been nicotine-free for over a year now because I took 5 minutes on paper listing my pains and pleasures around smoking and vaping. Tony Robbins states in his book, Awaken the Giant Within, that everything we do either out of our need to avoid pain or our desire to gain pleasure. Here's a question for us. Are we experiencing the pleasure of breaking through short-term pain because we are so present to the long-term pain of not reaching our dreams? A quote from Tony Robbins' book, "The secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you do that, you're in control of your life. If you don't, life controls you," unquote. And to think that this can be achieved in 5 minutes.